The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
Hello and welcome all you baseball fans for another installment of YSN Live Baseball. Today, the Ashton Wheelock Lakeside Dragons come in to visit the Austintown Fitch Falcons here in Richard L. Coppola Field, as Ross Leonard getting the start for the Falcons against Brandon Ford, and his first pitch is in there for a strike. The visiting Ashton Wheelock Lakeside Dragons lineup consists of Brandon Ford at left field, Nick Hodges at short, Ashton Wheelock in right field, Daniel Garcia in center, as Cohen Popolowski is the pitcher batting fifth, Sean Allgood batting sixth at second base, Trey Juhala at third batting seventh, Garrett Seibenek catching and batting eighth, and Aiden DeSalvatore playing first base and batting ninth. As now Leonard works it into a 1-2 count, as Brandon Ford, the speedy left fielder, trying to get on base for the Dragons. Bouncing that one in there was Leonard. 2-2 the count. As many may know, the Ashton Wheelock Lakeside Dragons and the Austintown Fitch Falcons played in basketball. Tournament time came playoffs as Fitch visited Lakeside and came up with the upset victory by 2 points to knock Lakeside out of the playoffs, as the first play of this game goes to shortstop Alaric Sierra, finishes the playoff at first to Roth, and the Falcons get their first out of the game. It's a grounder to short for Leonard, and starts things off on the right foot as Nick Hodges, the shortstop, coming up to bat for the Dragons. As Austintown Fitch suffering their first loss of the season last night, a 1-0 defeat to Howland. It was an unearned run that Howland got, and it was all that they needed to secure the 1-0 victory. Joe Roth pitching in last night's game and pitched a gem of a game for the Falcons at the time. Unfortunate that they did come up with a loss. Changing the lineup, though, what we have seen against Lakeside for the Falcons, of course, we'll see that coming up. But nonetheless, Ross Leonard is one of those guys you love going on the mound for you. He's really a stopper, as a nice play by Michael Shortino. One hops it to first, and completing the out is Joe Roth. What an out by Michael Shortino, going to the seat of his pants, coming up with it, and a single hop throw to first. Gets the second out of the inning, as Ross Leonard now an out away from getting out of the first inning unscathed and sending them down 1-2-3. Ross Leonard, though, has been an incredible pitcher for the Falcons this year, and really a guy you can kind of turn to. Started that game against Niles. He got the first start of the season, of course, with the injured Jake Coral, but a combination of him as well as Jake Lawrence and Joe Roth have been absolutely dynamic in the starting rotation for the Falcons. 0-1 the count, and taking all the way, and it's a ball up high, 1-1 to Wheelock. Ashton Wheelock, the right fielder and number 3 hitter for the Dragons, steps back into the box. 1-1 the count, and a swing and a foul back. 1-2. As Lakeside comes in with a 4-5 record, suffered a defeat to Orange 2-6 in their last outing. Falcons coming in with the 7-1 record. Goes curveball, breaking ball on it, did not get the call, as it must have been a bit inside. But that is a stellar pitch if Ross Leonard has that one working, and he could just break that thing in right at the knees and trying to just fight it off to first. Roth's running for it, and it goes to foul territory. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Just kind of threw the bat at that one, looking to make any sort of contact that he could. Did Wheelock, just trying to fight that one off. He does, and stays alive for another pitch. Falcons playing this pretty straight up, as the right fielder Webb a little bit in, not as deep as the rest of the outfield. That one is fouled off at the plate, and it'll continue at 2-2. Good at bat here for Ashton Wheelock. Ross Leonard trying to get a good, clean, efficient first and get his offense on the field. Wheelock stepping back into the box, 2-2 the count. The pitch from Leonard. That one is swung and fouled off again. Great at bat for Wheelock. The 2-2 pitch. Tried to break it in, and he does. Catches him looking. Gave him all sorts of heat, and then just curved one in there. Beautiful breaking ball by Leonard. His first strikeout of the game, and he gets the Dragons down 1-2-3 to start. Falcons offense coming up right after this on YSNLive.com.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Welcome back, everybody, to YSNLive.com as we have some baseball action here for you between the Ashtabula Lakeside Dragons and the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Pitching today for the Dragons, that is going to be number 1, Cohen Poplowski. Poplowski coming in with an ERA of just over 6. Bad outing his last start. Looks to turn things around this season. For the Falcons, their starting lineup. Alaric Sierra bats first. He is at short. Derek Franken batting second and center. Joe Roth batting third. He's at first. Vinny Shortino batting for Ross Leonard. He is DHing, batting cleanup. Brandon Popio batting fifth. He is in left field. Batting sixth, and that second is Jake Lawrence. Michael Shortino batting seventh. He's at third. Derek Porter batting eighth. He's catching, and batting ninth in right field is Aiden Webb. As the first pitch goes all the way to the fence from Poplowski, and a ball one to start for Alaric Sierra. And Alaric Sierra, this might be a smart move by Paris. And if he elects to go with this going forward, he's a guy that takes a lot of pitches, takes a lot of walks. His on-base percentage is through the roof. Probably the right guy to have in the leadoff position. And on top of all that, he has speed. And you still get that double barrel speed action with him and Franken back-to-back. What you see from Alaric Sierra, on top of the fact that he walks and has that high on-base percentage, it takes a lot of pitches. He gets into those full counts a lot. He draws a lot of pitches from the pitcher and gets that pitch count through the roof before you know it. And a looping liner to center, but hangs in the air, and making the play out there was Daniel Garcia for the first out of the inning. Alaric Sierra tried to make good contact, just got under it a little bit. Derek Franken now coming up to bat. And you figure the key after coming off of a 1-0 shutout loss like that, you want offense early and you want it often. You want to get that all the jitters that you had last night out. You want to get any of those woes or any thinking that you have. You want to just get some base hits put together. But Derek Franken pops out to short, and making the play over there was Nick Hodges. 2 away and 2 quick outs for Poplowski. So not the ideal start the Falcons offense wanted to get out to, as Joe Roth looking to right the ship in this inning. Switch it over to the left side again. As it going left, right, left with Alaric Sierra, Franken, and now Roth. And taking that first pitch for a ball. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Poplowski, what we see too, interesting with him as we wait for the pitch, that second pitch breaking ball outside 2-0. Like some other lefties we see, he goes all the way on one side of the rubber, comes all the way out, and it almost looks like it comes out of right field sometimes of that one, trying to get through the whole play by the second baseman and throws him out. Looks like he did. He did get him in time. And nice play there for Sean Allgood And a quick, efficient inning for Poplawski sends the Falcons down in order. Ross Leonard coming back up for the Falcons as we will wait for the Dragons offense coming up after this.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
Welcome back, everybody, to YSNLive.com. As Lakeside Dragons offense coming up to bat and leading things off will be the center fielder, Daniel Garcia, left-handed hitter. We'll start things off for the Dragons. As the first pitch from Leonard, and that one is a bit up high. 1-0 to start. Not too much wind. What there is, it looks like it is blowing towards center field a little bit. Not really seeing the flags. Flags over there at AMS, you see it, it's blowing a little bit more, but most of it seems to be carrying to center, maybe left center. But a beautiful sunny day here at Richard L. Coppola Field after a few days of rain the last couple. Nice to see the sunshine back here in beautiful Austintown, Ohio, as the 2-0 pitch is fouled back. 2-1 the count. As Leonard now. 2-1 count. And it looks like Coach Paris. As 2-1 the count, we'll do it again here for Daniel Garcia, cleanup hitter for the Dragons. Neither team with a hit or even a base runner so far. Just the top of the second, though. That one is hit to center field. Franken barely had to move, just had to take a step back. Waist-high catch. And that puts him away for the first out of the inning. When you see those catches at the waist in the outfield, you can't help but think Lou Brown in Major League with Willie Mays Hayes catching that at the waist. It's not something we can repeat here on the network, but as a ball one to start for the pitcher Poplawski. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. As we see a lot of hitters do it the one way where they throw right-handed, they bat left. Poplawski is one of those odd ones that turns it around. We don't see many left-handed pitchers, so that also points to the rarity. But left-handed pitcher, but bats from the right-handed side, and it's a rarity to see. As that pitch is in there for a strike. As that pitch belted to short, Alaric Sierra fields it and throws him out at first as Roth completes it. 2 down here for Leonard. And this is a model of efficiency, what we're seeing from Ross Leonard, but this plays right into the type of pitcher he is. He has 1 strikeout on the day, but I mean, fly ball, ground out pitcher, looks for that contact, good control, and it looks like he has great control right now of all of his pitches. throwing that breaking ball really well, and he's locating his fastball really well, not getting good contact on any of this, as we see, again, floating one in there for the first pitch strike to Sean Allgood, the second baseman. The 0-1, and that one hit to third. Michael Shortino fields it, throws him out at first. It's ground outs galore here, and Richard Alcoppola field for Ross Leonard. He goes 2 perfect. We're going to the bottom of the second. Falcons offense coming up after this.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Richard L. Coppola Field in Austintown, Ohio. As we get ready for the Falcons side of things, offense takes the field as Vinny Shortino, the DH today, will be leading things off. He bats cleanup, and today's lineup goes swinging at some high heat from Popolowski and gets 0-1 to start. Vinny Shortino doing a solid job in the cleanup role, too. 0-1 the count. That one broke in there for a strike on a delayed strike call. We're at one of these ones again. 0-2 the count, though, to Vinny Shortino. Popolowski gets the call, delivers, and that one is fouled off at the plate. 0-2. We'll do it again. As Popolowski was able to send the Falcons down in order in the first. Looks to match his adversary, Ross Leonard, here in the second. The 0-2 pitch goes swinging for some high heat. Foul tipped into the glove of Seibenek, and a strikeout sends Vinny Shortino down and gets the first out of the inning for Popolowski and the Dragons. As Brandon Popio up to bat now, number 5 hitter in the Falcons order, having himself a pretty decent season to start out early on. First pitch to Popio, tries to fight it off, go opposite field, cuts it a little bit too much, goes out of play to the right, 0-1. As Brandon Popio trying to get the first hit of the game for either team and get some offense going. The 0-1 pitch. Hits it over to third. Shortstop Hodges makes the play, throws him out at first, and that's 2 away for Popolowski. I mean, things can change in a blink of an eye in baseball, and we know that, but this is all signs indicating right now a pitcher's duel might be in store for us today. We'll see, though. Still only the bottom of the second inning, but right now, early on at the very least, both Ross Leonard as well as Cohen Popolowski looking very good. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Jake Lawrence. He fouls it away to the left. 0-1 to start. It's Cohen Popolowski. The 0-1 pitch. Tried to break that one in there. Didn't really get much break on it. 1-1 the count. Jake Lawrence awaits the pitch, the 1-1. That one is up high and inside, 2-1 the count. Ahead in the count now is Lawrence. Awaits the 2-1 pitch, and that one's inside. And probably the first batter, I think, that Poplawski's gotten behind today. 3-1 the count to Lawrence. And the 3-1 pitch goes swinging on that one. Tips it into the glove of Seibenek. 3-2 as the count is full. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. No offense virtually in this game thus far. Jake Lawrence trying to get things started. The payoff pitch, and that swing and a miss gets away from Seibenek. He fields it, throws it to first. Did he get him? And he called him safe. He came off the bag. So the strikeout gives the Falcons a base runner, as coming off the bag when he made the catch was DeSalvatore, or at least that's what the first base umpire says. So now the Falcons have Jake Lawrence at first. And hey, it might not have been by way of a hit, by way of a walk, but after going with the offensive struggles last night, getting shut out, any sort of offense to get the ball rolling right now, the Falcons will happily welcome it, as Michael Shortino, number 7 hitter, was batting leadoff. But, I mean, this is still a guy that is very capable in the box. He's a very good hitter, very patient hitter as well. But subbing Alaric Sierra for number 1 and moving him down in the order, it really does give you the opportunity to bring up that top of the order again. It's another very good, consistent bat that awaits at the bottom of the order. Gets it over to first, going to have to make a quick play, and making that quick play, great play by Poplawski. That's not a very easy play to make at all, making that quick grab and having to turn around and fire a seed to first while a guy is running down the line. But nonetheless, Poplawski sends him down, does get the base runner, but still no hits for either team, as Ross Leonard and the Falcons coming up next.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 3rd inning as Ross Leonard back out on the mound for the Falcons. Lakeside will have their 7, 8, 9 hitters up in this half of the inning as Trey Jahala, the 3rd baseman, will lead things off for the Dragons. Batting from the right side, Jahala. Leonard has gone 2 innings, struck out 1, but has been pitching to contact beautifully here in the first 2. First pitch of Jahala, takes a huge cut at it, comes up empty, 0-1 to start. As Leonard has him down in the count 0-1, gets on the same page with his catcher Porter, now delivers. Tries to break that one in there, and beautiful, and if he's got control of that, it's going to be a long day for the Dragons, as when he's got that fastball control working and he can throw in that breaking ball, oh my, swing and a miss, set him down, 3 pitches. See you later, Ross Leonard, 2nd strikeout of the game and the first out here in the top of the 3rd.
Number 18, Garrett Seibenek.
As Garrett Seibenek, the catcher for the Dragons, as Leonard, swing and a miss, and I mean, oh, and 1 to start. Leonard's pitch, tried to get that one, and there goes low, 1-1. as Cyberneck awaits the 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one back. We'll do it at 1-2. Is the you see the reactionary from Garrett Cyberneck from the sound effects that Richard Alcoppola Field makes, and there it is. I mean, he makes the routine plays look easy, does Michael Shortino. What a fielder over there at third base. Another makeshift play, gets another out. 2 down now in the top of the third, and Leonard trying to send him down in order. Aiden DeSalvatore, the first baseman, coming up. A lot of batters from the right-handed side, and a lot of pitchers will tell you that's so much easier when you don't have a lineup that's switching back and forth, and you basically have almost the whole starting 9 batting from one side. It makes things a whole lot easier to deliver. Alaric Sierra, what a great play at short as Ross Leonard pitching a gem but getting some help from the stellar defense behind him. 3 perfect in the books as the Falcons looking for some offense. We're coming up with the Falcons offense, and Poplawski, the pitcher from the Dragons, coming up right after this.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the third, Cohen Poplawski's turn to deal in this pitcher's duel. We're going bottom of the third as for the Falcons, Ross Leonard has now pitched 3 perfect for Fitch. On the other side of things, 2 innings in the books for Poplawski. Did allow a base runner, but still throwing a no-hitter for the Dragons. As bottom of the order coming up, and then also Alaric Sierra, as you got Derek Porter, Aiden Webb, Alaric Sierra due up in the bottom of the third. Derek Porter started going on a bit of a hot streak, kind of started in that Canfield game. He started getting some more hits, having a better eye at the plate, and I mean just patience at the plate paying off, making really good contact as he takes that first pitch in for a ball. And when you got these 8 and 9 hitters, guys like Porter, guys like Webb that are bringing up that top of the order, it makes the whole starting 9 of the Falcons that much better. Fouls off that pitch, 1-1. Count sits at 1-1. The pitch from Poplawski. Tried to break that one in there, and he does. And that was a beautiful breaking ball from Poplawski. And it's a 1-2 count now. Both pitchers, both Leonard and Poplawski, seem to have their best stuff working today. So it's going to be a long day for hitters. And that pitch, a good contact out there to second, does make the out. But, I mean, another prime example of Derek Porter seeing the ball well. And sooner or later, those hits are bound to fall. He's been making great contact with it, not really getting lame self-outs. A lot of the outs are put-outs, line-outs a lot, what we've seen. But getting the first out of the inning is Poplawski. Now we'll deal with number 9 hitter, Aiden Webb. And tried to hold up there, and he did, 1-0. Checking his swing on that ball up high. Aiden Webb, a very good contact hitter, too, so a very ideal guy to have in that 9-hole. Swing and a miss, though, 1-1. Both pitchers, both Poplawski and Leonard, I mean, best stuff seems to be working. That one is fouled off to the right and out of play. And, I mean, both pitching aggressively as if they have a 10-run lead, not even afraid to go at hitters, throwing strikes. Beautiful command from both of them, as it's been a pitcher's duel to start for sure. 1-2 to count to Aiden Webb, trying to go and match him. Goes inside, does Poplawski. All about who will break first between Poplawski and Leonard now. Leonard's thrown 3 perfect, 2 2/3 of a no-hitter for Poplawski. And make it 3 innings as that beautiful breaking ball drops right in there. 2 2/3, I should say now, as the strikeout puts 2 outs on the Falcons, top of the lineup. Alaric Sierra did make hard contact his first time up as he flew out to center, but probably the best contact made on Poplawski today will be a tough third out to get with Alaric Sierra, who takes a ball to start 1-0. As the 1-0 pitch, and that one is belted to second, misplaying it, getting it between his legs, throws him, and he gets safe anyway. Beating it out was Alaric Sierra as Sean Allgood boggled the ball there at second and couldn't make the throw for the speedy Alaric Sierra, who gets to first on the fielding error by Allgood. Still has not allowed a hit though, Poplawski. But second inning in a row, he will have to deal with a 2-out base runner and probably one of the best hitters in the Falcons lineup right now. Derek Franken takes that first pitch outside, 1-0. And that's the key. When you have a pitcher that's dealing like this, either side, both Leonard and Poplawski, getting ahead in the count, just seeing more pitches from a guy like this helps out so much, as Alaric Sierra looks like the hit and run was on, but the foul by Franken to the left. Sierra retreats back to first, 1-1 the count. If Franken is to reach, Joe Roth sits in the on-deck circle. The 1-1 pitch. And that one foul tipped in and out of the glove of Seibenek. Nonetheless, strike 2 on the play, 1-2 now. Getting a lot of foul tips is Poplawski in this game thus far. 1-2 the count. Comes set, Poplawski's pitch, swinging, and he looks like he foul tipped that one back. Are they going to call that one? They said he missed it. Oh, so it went off of, so a wild pitch now, and now the Falcons have 2 base runners. It looked like he foul tipped it at first. Looked like that might have been a foul back, so now Joe Roth, the first time a runner's been in scoring position all game for either team, and Joe Roth has the golden opportunity to give the Falcons a run and the lead here in the bottom of the third. The pitch, and hits that right in the hole between first and second. Rounding third is Alaric Sierra. He's going to have to pump the brakes as they got that one back into the infield really quickly. But the no-hitter broken up now for Poplawski. First hit of the game for either team as Joe Roth finds the hole between first and second. Bases loaded now, 2 outs. Cleanup hitter Vinny Shortino coming up. Huge situation, clutch moment coming up for Vinny Shortino. Bags are loaded with 2 outs. Chance to get this or break this scoreless tie between the Falcons and Dragons. As Vinny Shortino takes that first pitch in there for a strike, down 0-1 to Poplawski. And right down the line for Vinny Shortino. That'll bring Alaric Sierra home. Rounding the bags, coming home is Derek Franken as the Falcons spot 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. And it's a 2-0 lead on the clutch hit from Vinny Shortino as he does it again. Comes up big when his team needs him to. And that is exactly why you keep Vinny Shortino in that cleanup spot. Comes up when it matters most. Does it again with a couple of RBIs on the single. 2-0 lead for the Falcons. Swing and a miss. And Brandon Popio might have tried to hit that one over AMS out there. in the parking lot loses the handle on the bat. Somebody get him some pine tar. 0-1 the count now for Popio, and a golden opportunity. Second and third, 2 outs. Chance to extend the lead now for the Falcons. That one is fouled back 0-2. As Pawlowski trying to play damage control now and strand 2 runners in scoring position for the Falcons. Oh, and 2 the count. Pawlowski gets his call from Cyberneck, the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, just went up the ladder on Popio and got him fishing. The Falcons break the scoreless tie with a 2-spot here in the bottom of the third. We'll see if Ross Leonard continues to deal right after this on YSNLive.com.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back, everybody, as top of the 4th inning, Falcons have taken a 2-0 lead as second time through the lineup coming up for the Dragons. 9 up, 9 down that first time through the lineup for Leonard, as he's gone perfect through 3, as it'll be 1, 2, 3 for the hitters. So Brandon Ford, Dick Hodges, and Ashton Wheelock for the Dragons coming up here in the top of the 4th. As Brandon Ford coming up to bat. As the first pitch to Ford, and that one is hit to third. Michael Shortino, neither routine play, puts him out. As the first out of the 4th, and again, efficiency. This is the model of efficiency we're seeing right now from Ross Leonard. Everything is working, everything's dealing, and he's doing it at the highest level that he possibly can. And 35 pitches is what we're getting, and we're 1 out here in the 4th. And that swing and a miss. And, I mean, those type of swings really showcase when you're fooling hitters. If you can get them caught up in those type of swings, your stuff's really working. And it's a combination between that fastball and that right there, that devastating breaking ball today. Some 12-6 movement with a huge drop on it. And it's getting all kinds of people to go fishing, and it's catching some hitters looking as well. 0-2 to Hodges. Tried to drop that one in there. Single bounce to Shortino. Michael Shortino across the diamond, and a great stretch from Roth. 2 away. As Michael Shortino getting his day's work here at third. Gets another ground out. 2 outs now in the 4th. 11 up, 11 down.
Number 23, Ashton Wheelock.
Ashton Wheelock now coming up, the right fielder. Wheelock struck out in his first at-bat, but probably and arguably had the best at-bat against Leonard in this game, fouling off a few pitches. And I think he took about 10 out of those 35 pitches from Leonard. So, I mean, you take this guy out of the lineup, and Leonard's averaging maybe 2 to 3 pitches per guy. And that one is popped up on the infield, trying to settle under it. Goes out a little bit into the outfield, right in between the infield and the outfield. Aiden Webb comes in, makes the play. 12 up, 12 down as Ross Leonard continues to deal. Bottom of the 4th coming up for the Falcons right after this.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Welcome back, everybody, to the bottom half of the fourth inning, as the Falcons will be showing their 6, 7, 8 hitters in this inning, as Jake Lawrence, Michael Shortino, and Derek Porter will be batting here in the bottom of the fourth. As Cohen Poplowski did not give up those 2 runs. Those are unearned runs on the board, and that was by the error. And shooting that moonshot up into the air, comes back down and lands right in front of Garrett Seibenek. I don't think anybody caught a look at that, because that thing towered into the sky from Jake Lawrence. And I think with that sun, and if you don't know, Richard Alcoppola Field, especially coming out from that outfield, that left field area, that sun can be brutal at times. A very open field. The sun beats down on it almost right over top of the field at some times. And I just don't think anybody caught sight of it as it went into foul territory. Nonetheless, 0-1 the count for Jake Lawrence, and Poplowski's pitch, and he hits that one. Another moonshot, getting under a couple of them. This one goes deeper, medium deep into the outfield, and making the play is their second baseman, Allgood.
Now batting for the Falcons, the third baseman, number 1.
First out here in the fourth is Michael Shortino, batting now for the Falcons. And boy, oh boy, if this stays a 2-0 game, how important that bottom of the third inning is going to ring for the Falcons and also for the Dragons, because Cohen Poplowski is pitching an absolute gem on the other side for the Dragons, just kind of being overshadowed by the performance from Ross Leonard right now. But still a great performance from him on the other side, and he's been holding the Falcons to virtually nothing. Only a couple of hits, and both of those came in that last inning. The 2-0 count, though, to Shortino, and Michael Shortino has worked a 3-0 count. And this is another reason. I mean, there's a reason why he was batting leadoff for a while, too. He has a very good eye at the plate, does Michael Shortino. Can foul pitches off. He really just puts in good at-bats. And having that kind of presence in the 7-hole coming up from the bottom of the lineup, it really, you almost turn this this Falcons lineup into a miniature version of like a murder's row. Everyone's protecting each other in some form or fashion, and just belting that one into the outfield. Gonna have to run with it almost over the head, and it bounces into the parking lot. And that's unfortunate, because that might have been a stand-up triple for Michael Shortino, but he definitely put a charge into it. And ground rule double. And the Falcons have a one-out runner in scoring position now, as Derek Porter has a chance to drive home a run for the Falcons. As Brandon Ford, we saw him backpedaling out there and left, and like we said, that sun can be brutal out there, so getting a read on the ball initially is very hard. But for as hard as Shortino hit that, just not a really good break on it. And, I mean, that thing was hit hard, and it was hit fast. A line drive to the outfield. As Derek Porter, with them holding him at second baseman, Allgood holding him. Porter has a huge gap between first and second. I mean, when he does move back, but still that it seems to be the biggest gap Porter's going to have is away. That's where he hit it last time. Hit it towards the second baseman. 0-1 to Porter. That one is inside, going for third, and getting the stolen base is Michael Shortino, getting a great jump on it. And now the Falcons with a base runner 90 feet away. Derek Porter just needs to look for contact now in this situation. Fly ball deep enough in the outfield should be enough to get Shortino home. Weak grounder should also be enough. And a 1-2 count and a good pitch by Poplawski. Had a lined out to second in Porter's previous at-bat, made good contact. Looked to do similar. Tried to break that one in there, and boy, oh boy. Didn't break enough. Stopped right at the top of the zone, but that pitch, if he can get a little bit more break on that and locate it, that's almost a clone copy of Ross Leonard's breaking ball right now. That's inside and working the full count. Great at-bat for Derek Porter. The payoff pitch. And he just little tapper and trying to fire it. No, they're going to go to first with it. Coming home and scoring the run is Michael Shortino. What a piece of base running. Says, don't worry, Porter, I got you with an RBI. Just does exactly what he's supposed to do. Stops in between, third and home. Makes the pitcher, forces the pitcher into a decision. He decides to throw to first, get the shore out there. And Shortino just jogged home from there. 3-0 now for the Falcons as they spot a run here in the bottom of the fourth. And Aiden Webb up to bat. Nobody on, 2 outs now for the number 9 hitter for the Falcons. And he hits it out to left as Ford backpedals, settles under it, makes the catch. And the Falcons tack on another one here. It's 3-0. Ross Leonard coming up after this.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the top of the 5th inning. As 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Dragons. As Ross Leonard has gone 12 up, 12 down in the first 4. Perfect game for the pitcher Ross Leonard in the first 4 at least. Just doing a great job on the mound, just baffling hitters from Lakeside. Danielle Garcia leads things off and goes up the ladder, does Leonard, and he fouls that one out of play. And Danielle Garcia starts out 0-1. Problem is, when you have a game like this, no-hitter, perfect game, what have you, that's being pitched against you, hitters tend to get a little bit more aggressive because they get antsy. They want that first hit. That's not the approach you can have against Leonard because he's just going to feast on that. Throws those fastballs in the corner, and if that breaking ball's working like we've seen it, throws those in between, and it's going to be a long day. You can't be ultra aggressive against Ross Leonard. 1-1 the count. Pitch to Garcia, and that's that breaking ball. Got him swinging, 1-2. Boy, oh boy, Ross Leonard. What command he has on that mound today. 1-2 pitch, and that one is fouled back. So we'll do it again at 1-2. As Daniel Garcia, Cohen Poplowski, and Sean Allgood do up in this half of the inning for the Dragons. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fielding it is Porter. Throws to first, completes the out there as getting the strikeout and the first out here in the top of the fifth. Ross Leonard. Coming up to bat now is Cohen Poplowski, the opposing pitcher. 4 1/3 in the books, still has not allowed a hit or a base runner. Ross Leonard. And that pitch is up high on Poplowski, 1-0 to start. And he gets that one in there for a strike, evens the count up at 1-1. Leonard takes a long look in, now deals the 1-1 pitch. That one is a bit low, I guess, 2-1. Tried to paint that corner, did Leonard. Just might not have been high enough for the home plate umpire's eyes. The 2-1, and that one is outside. Now 3-1. Behind in the count is Leonard. As we await pitch number 50 from Leonard, and that one is low, and that gets the first base runner of the game for the Dragons, as Ross Leonard flirts with a no-hitter for a perfect game. Still flirting with the no-hitter, but flirting with the perfect game for 4 1/3 innings. Still a great performance up until this point. 1 out now in the top of the 5th inning, and the Dragons have a base runner at first. That is Poplowski. Taking a strike first pitch is Sean Allgood. 0-1 to start. Comes set. Leonard's 0-1 pitch. Broke it in there, 0-2. And you hear the Lakeside bench trying to get Leonard off of his game, trying to distract him. He looks like he is honed in, focused right now. Checking the runner at first, coming set. The 0-2 pitch from Leonard. That one was close. 1-2. Keeping it close and around the zone with that last pitch was Ross Leonard. 1-2 the count now. And a swing and a miss, just elevated it and gets yet again another strikeout. 4 now on the day for Leonard, and gets his second out here in the top of the 5th. Batting now, Trey Jahala, the third baseman. Big right-handed batter for the Dragons. First pitch, that one is in the turf, 1-0. As Jahala struck out in his last at-bat. And a check throw over to first. Just trying to keep him close. 1-0 the count now. Comes set. The pitch. At one. Down low again. 2-0 to start. Ross Leonard checks Poplowski at first. Now comes set. The pitch to Jahala. That's a swing and a miss. And being aggressive today has really been the key for Ross Leonard. On top of the fact that his stuff's just working, but going at hitters, just throwing strikes, feeding the zone, making the hitters do something about it. And when they have made contact, it's been a lot of topping the ball. It's been a lot of getting under the ball, not really making solid contact. But now the second hitter in this inning that has drawn a 3-1 count, showing more patience at the plate, are the Dragons. The 3-1 pitch. That one is up high, trying to go for it. Looks like he got him. No, they called that one. They're waiting on it, that one. As I thought, that was ball 4, so no throw out there. I didn't think a strike was called at that time. It was definitely ball 4. It didn't look like the home plate umpire signaled it. Unfortunate, because it was a great throw by Derek Porter that would have definitely got Poplawski out at second. But they sent him on 3-1, and now the Dragons have 2 base runners, still with 2 outs. No hits yet, though, for the Dragons. Did not allow a hit, let's be clear on that. Couple of walks, though, for Leonard. And the Dragons now trying to get things rolling. Batting, though, for the Dragons is their catcher, Garrett Sybenek. He is the number 8 hitter in the order. As Sybenek, chance to get some runs or at least continue the inning for the Dragons. If Sybenek is to reach, Aiden DeSalvatore, the first baseman, awaits on the on-deck circle. As Leonard thought he had the 3rd out of the inning. Throws a first pitch in there for a strike to Sybenek, 0-1. Check throw to second, getting back is Poplawski. Tried to go with that old play of sneak the second baseman in and bring the shortstop behind. Poplawski aware of what was going on and going fishing for it. Poplawski will go to third, and advancing to second was, as going fishing, though, and getting a 1-2 count is Sybenek. The pitch from Leonard, and goes swinging again. That's going to be a strikeout throw to first, completes the out there, and the no-hitter at least stays intact for Leonard as the Falcons hold the Dragons scoreless yet again. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up after this.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning now as Cohen Poplawski back out on the mound for the Dragons. Has been pitching a gem of a game as well. He's been keeping his team in this one. Just no offensive support to this point. Kind of like what Joe Roth was suffering from yesterday with the Howland Tigers. But just a look at Poplawski, because we've been talking a lot about Ross Leonard, but just to show the kind of game Poplawski's having today. He's pitched 4 innings to this point, given up only 3 hits, 3 runs, only one of those earned with 5 strikeouts to tack on to this pitching performance. And it's been a great performance from Cohen Popolowski and his staff defensively, Lakeside Dragons. That one error, though, in the 3rd inning really hurt them as it allowed 2 runners to come home for the Falcons, and that's basically the game we're looking at right now. As Popolowski will have to go 1, 2, 3 in the lineup as Alaric Sierra, Derek Franken, and Joe Roth due up in this half of the inning. Alaric Sierra is 0 for 2 on the day. Does have the run, though. He scored the first run for the Falcons, and he takes that first pitch 1-0. Making contact on both of his at-bats today has Alaric Sierra. Just hasn't been able to find anywhere where defenders are not. 2-0 the count now to Alaric Sierra. The pitch. That one is low, taking it 3-0. As leadoff hitter Alaric Sierra. The 3-0 pitch. That's a strike, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch now. And that one is outside. And a 5-pitch leadoff walk for Alaric Sierra. And Derek Franken coming up to bat. Franken also scoring a run today, but 0 for 2 at the plate. Runner at first, nobody out, and chance for the Falcons to start off on the right foot. Laying down the bunt is Franken, making Popolowski make a play. He fields it, tried to field it with his glove and not the bare hand, dropping it, and safe at first is Franken, and not the ideal start for Popolowski or the Dragons here. Down 3-0, first 2 reach, still nobody out. As Joe Roth, 1 for 2 on the day, he was responsible for the 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. That one drops and it goes into left. And it was cutting. I didn't know if it was going to hang up enough. Scoring is Alaric Sierra, rounding the 3rd, and scoring is Derek Franken. And no doubt about it, double from Joe Roth, and a couple more RBIs come home as Joe Roth has plated 4 in today's game. 5-0. Falcons leading it.
Stepping in for the Falcons, the designated hitter number 3, Vinny Shortino.
As now cleanup hitter Vinny Shortino comes up to bat. Still nobody out. Vinny Shortino had an RBI double in his last at bat, but pops this one up on the infield. Hodges is under it and makes the play on the pop fly to short. First out for Popolowski in this inning. And, I mean, Popolowski's stats and numbers really didn't do him justice coming into this game. Like we alluded to, ERA standing up over 6 coming into this game. We noted that he had a couple of bad outings, but he really put it together, having a great pitching performance up into this point. Just unfortunate offense hasn't been able to get things rolling for Lakeside. But Falcons taking full advantage of the pitching performance from Leonard today and plating 5 runs for him in support. As Brandon Popio, 1-0 count. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. As Joe Roth sits at second, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And 1-1 pitch, we're going to have to wait on that one as Popolowski steps off the mound. Trying to add some more runs. If the Falcons can get a few more runs, it would be a tall task to do. And a missed throw. Roth Gonna go full head of steam to home with it. The throw's not gonna make it, and Joe Roth steals third. The error on the throw to third sends Joe Roth home. Heads up base running and a full head of steam. And a 2-1 count now for Popio, but the Falcons leading it now 6-0. And they've kind of blown the lid off this thing here in the bottom of the fifth with another 3-run inning. Still not over, only one down, and Brandon Popio goes swinging on that one, 2-2. Took a huge cut on it. And I think every time I see Brandon Popio, I think he's trying to look more like Barry Bonds more and more. Now with the elbow brace, if he can get the knee brace on, fouls that one back. With cuts like that, it looks like he's trying to be Barry Bonds too. But Popio nonetheless has had a great season for the Falcons and really fits well in that number 5 hole. Protects Vinny Shortino, and with Lawrence coming up too, it really works out well for him in that number 5 hole. And that one breaks in there for a strike, and Popio can't believe it. Sits there in stunned silence. But the strikeout for Poplawski and the second out.
Jake Lawrence.
And Jake Lawrence up to bat. Number 6 hitter in the Falcons lineup. If he is to reach, Michael Shortino awaits in the on-deck circle. As that pitch is up high, 1-0. If you're just tuning in, 6-0 Falcons leading it here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ross Leonard pitching a no-hitter for Fitch up until this point. Falcons scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, tacked on a run in the 4th, and have scored 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. As the starting pitcher Poplawski still on the mound for the Dragons, pitching a fairly good game. Not all those runs are earned, of course. I believe 4 of the 6 are, but a walk here with 2 outs will give the Falcons another 2-out base runner as Michael Shortino up to bat. But that's pretty much been the story of this game, and I mean, you look in, you tune in at 6 o'clock, and you see we're already into the bottom of the 5th. It was a pitching duel for the better part of this game up until this point. Falcons now starting to get offense rolling a little bit, but at least on their side of things, Fitch's side of things, pitching-wise, it's been a cut, dry, efficient pitching, 1, 2, 3, multiple innings, sending down the first 13 in a row was Ross Leonard in this game, before giving up a couple of walks in that last inning, but did eventually get out of it and hold the no-hitter intact. He'll have a couple more outs, 6 to go to complete that, but Falcons offense still up, and they are rolling. And that is, of course, providing that the Falcons offense cannot plate 10 before the end of this inning. 2 outs, though, going to be very difficult. Coming up to bat, Michael Shortino. Michael Shortino is 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single in his last at bat. That throw over to first. Excuse me, it was a double. That was the double that Michael Shortino hit. That was the one that went into the outfield, and it looks like he might do it again if they're able to make it. What a play, though, by the center fielder. Got a great jump on it, did Danielle Garcia. That one looked like it was dropping, and it was dropping in a hurry. But Garcia had a good read on it and good speed to match it out there in the outfield and made the out, completed the play. The Falcons go out in this inning, and the Dragons get out of it. 5-0 Fitch leads at top of the 6th. Coming up after this.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit wrswealthadvisors.com. Good luck, athletes!
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Welcome back, everybody. 6-0 our game here. Falcons leading it 6-0. Ross Leonard has pitched a no-hitter through 5. And the 6th inning coming up, as he will have to face off against the number 9 hitter and then back at the top of the order with number 1 and number 2. So his lineup to go, he's going to have to face Aiden DeSalvatore, Brandon Ford, and Nick Hodges in this inning. As DeSalvatore will lead things off for the Dragons. Salvatore 0 for 1 on the day. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Porter. 0-1 to start. 5 innings pitched, allowed only 2 walks and 5 strikeouts for Leonard to this point in this game. A great performance as a ball down low. 1-1 the count for DeSalvatore. The 1-1 pitch, and that one bounces in there. 2-1 the count. Just a model of efficiency, sending guys down in 3, 4, 5 pitches. Not many hitters, with the exception of Ashton Wheelock in his first at bat. Not many hitters have taken Leonard into deep counts, but a 3-1 count now. As struggling a little bit with command these past couple innings. Allowed the 2 walks in the previous inning. Did get out of it, though, but in danger of walking the number 9 hitter now. That one is hit right off of the glove of Leonard, and it's going to be a base hit. Alaric Sierra is not going to be able to field it, and unfortunate, too. It was almost one of those situations that, it's reactionary. You're supposed to go for it, but if Leonard doesn't touch that, Alaric Sierra probably has a play on it. Nonetheless, great performance up into this point. Now the key is not letting that heartbreak affect you on the mound. And most good pitchers, they don't let it, though. But sometimes, you get all fired up, you get excited, you have a no-hitter, you have a perfect game at one point too, and then it all gets taken away in one foul swoop. You want to just make sure you keep your head, keep your mentals, and finish this game. You got 6 outs to go to post another victory for your team. Still, nonetheless, a great pitching performance right now from Leonard. And that one is up high, 2-0 to start. Showing a little bit signs of frustration right now is Leonard. You gotta feel for him. He's been pitching, he's been dealing, and it's unfortunate that that's how the hit. That one is hit out to right, dropping in there, and a couple of base hits now for the Dragons, as that was Brandon Ford getting the hit. So a couple of singles. And that was actually, making a good point here as Ross Leonard, they're coming to get him. What a performance from him as he gets a ovation from the crowd. 5 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts in this game. 4 1/3 innings, he pitched a perfect game and pitched a no-hitter through 5. Great performance for Ross Leonard. Also, a defensive substitution we saw, too. It looked like DeFlorio moved out there in right, and they subbed out Brandon Popio. Caught that defensive sub, and on the mound, going to be pitching, that is going to be Larry Iguli for the Falcons. Going to be a change of pace as the left-hander is going to be coming up right after this break as we take a commercial break for the pitching change here on YSNLive.com.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the top of the 6th inning as Larry Iguli coming to pitch for the Falcons. Ross Leonard been taken out 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, and no earned runs, 5 strikeouts for Ross Leonard. So a great pitching performance, but as Coach Paris doesn't want to stretch his start, even though he was pitching very efficiently, had the pitch count to do it, wants to get some of his other guys some work, and Larry Iguli is the man he's turning to as a first pitch strike. And that second pitch, slow grounder to third, taking the out there is Shortino. Looked to first to make it, but got the shore out at third. And that is 2 outs now.
Number 23, Ashton Wheelock.
As a correction, that was the first out, as it was number 9 hitter and the number 1 hitter we saw. On a correction, DeSalvatore, Brandon Ford both reaching singles, and that was Hodges that grounded out to third. Got the out there, and now up to bat, that is Ashton Wheelock, and he hits one into center, lands in front of Derek Franken, who gets it right back in the infield. Playing it on the hop is Joe Roth and keeps everyone right where they are. And that was a great job fielding by Derek Franken. Jumped on that ball early, got it into the infield with a great throw early. And a great job, too, by Roth, fielding it and just holding it. No runners score, but now the Dragons have the bases loaded with only 1 out. And coming up to bat, that is Daniel Garcia, the cleanup hitter for this Dragons team. Down by 6, you know Ashtabula Lakeside would love to plate some runs here in this inning. The pitch from Iguli. Waiting on that one and taking that strike, 0-1. You go from a guy like Ross Leonard, who doesn't throw. He's not a guy that's going to blow you away with mid-90s heat. He throws, modest, and then you slow it down to Larry Iguli to an ultra-aggressive lineup like this. But right now, they're making better contact with them rather than Leonard. And another run, or a run, I should say, comes in on another hit as a single by Wheelock. Bases still loaded, 1 out, and getting their first run of the game now is Lakeside. That run will be charged to Leonard when all is said and done, I believe. He did allow those first 2 guys on. But I believe now no other runners, because that 1 run did get, well, he did get the 1 runner out. And that one hit out to the outfield. Soft contact again. Going to need to play back on it. And misplaying it was Webb. Coming home and scoring another run are the Dragons. It's 6-2. And this is not an inning you want to let get away from you. Still only 1 out. And Lakeside now brings the tying run to the plate in the form of Sean Allgood, the second baseman. As Larry Iguli... It's funny because Iguli's actually pitching really well. He's not getting hard contact on all of it. There's soft contact. It's just positioned. They're positioning these hits very, very well, landing in front of all the outfielders. They brought him in that time, and they hit him just beyond the reach of Webb out there and left. So just perfectly placed hits for the Dragons. But they've taken advantage and have scored a couple now here in the bottom of the 6th. or top of the 6th, I should say. And the pitch to Allgood. That one's off the plate, 2-0. As Larry Iagoli trying to get the final 2 outs of this inning and slam the door on the Dragons. The Dragons trying to blow this thing open and hits that one in the infield medium deep. Falling down, making the play though was Derek Franken as Jake Lawrence falls to the seat of his pants and holding him right there. No run will score as Jake Lawrence was backpedaling, and I think at the very last second he must have heard Franken call him off there. That's a dangerous situation, as we've seen guys run into each other before, but that's a situation Lawrence has to give way to Franken. Franken's got the better look on that. He's got the better read. You have to give way to your center fielder in that situation. But nonetheless, the Falcons get the second out of the bottom of the 6th. And it looks like the big man, Jake Coral, first appearance of the season. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, if we get him back to starting form, and when he does get healthy, that's just another weapon in the Falcons starting pitching staff. We're going to get our first looks at Coral of the season, and it'll be right after this break on YSNLive.com.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
Welcome back, everybody, to YSNLive.com. As Jake Coral taking a few more warm-up pitches, he will have to face number 25, Trey Jahula, the third baseman, with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. I would presume likely that Coral's here to finish out the last inning in a third of this game, get some work in. Falcons, of course, are off until Monday, so get some rest in after this. But still, the Falcons know how ever important it is to get Jake Coral back to form and how much more dangerous their pitching staff's going to be with him a part of it. As Jake Coral versus Trey Johala in a bases loaded situation. As Jake Coral comes set. And the first pitch, that one is inside for a ball, 1-0. Jake Coral checks third, now throws home, and that is inside, 2-0. The count missing inside both times. Not a situation you want to give up a walk. It's Trey Jahula. The tying run is at the plate for the Dragons. And that one hit him, and that's going to plate another run as Coral nicks Jahula, and it's 6-3 now. Now coming up to bat, that is Garrett Sibanek, the catcher. You got Sibanek and then Aiden DeSalvatore. And if those two are able to get through Coral and reach, you go back to the top of the lineup. But 8-9 hitters. Sibanek, number 8 hitter, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases still loaded for the Dragons. And now the The leading run now steps to the plate. Game-tying run is on base. Swing and a miss down low, though, for Cyberneck. 0-1 to start. And if you're Lakeside, you need to get in and out of this bottom of this 6th inning and get your offense back out on the field. That's fouled back and out. You don't want to let the Falcons get any insurance runs in that bottom of the 6th. You want to keep the score exactly where it is if Coral is able to get this out, of course, and get your offense back out on that field. 0-2 the count, though. Cyberneck's got work to do against Coral. The pitch. That one is in there for a strike. Catches him looking and slams the door shut. Jake Coral gets his first strikeout of the season. And 6 now. Top of the 6th is in the books. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Falcons offense coming up 6-3 here at Richard L. Coppola Field in Austintown, Ohio. We'll be right back.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
As we have a pitching change going on for the Lakeside Dragons here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As coming in from shortstop, that is going to be Nick Hodges for the Dragons. Nick Hodges having a pretty good year up until this point. He started a game. He has 3 games he's pitched in. 13 2/3 innings in those games. He's 2-1 on the year, with 4 earned runs given up, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks. His ERA sits at 2.05. So a very good pitcher coming out for the Dragons. Kind of odd, because you would think I would believe this was Hodges' turn in the rotation for Lakeside. And, I mean, sporting a 2.05 ERA, striking out a bunch of guys. I mean, only allowed 5 walks in his 3 appearances. Very good, very efficient. So odd to see that they went with they didn't go with Hodges today, but I mean, still a great performance pitched nonetheless by Poplawski. And now they're going to call on Hodges to try to slam the door on the Falcons, allow no further offense, and try to score 3 in that top of the 7th inning. Falcons will have Derek Porter, Aiden Webb, and Alaric Sierra due up in this inning. 8, 9, and then back to the top of the order for Fitch. Derek Porter able to get an RBI earlier in the game on a fielder's choice, but a perfectly placed ball, forcing the pitcher Poplawski to make a decision at the time. Took the out at first, but was able to get Roth home because of it. 1-0 the count. The pitch. And that one, good contact made. It's going to hang a little bit in the air, and making the play, speedy center fielder out there in Daniel Garcia. He's made a couple of plays that look routine, that really aren't routine. Some liners that hang just enough, and he gets good reads out there in center field. Despite the sun, and I mean with the speed that he already has, gets a good jump on it, and he does it again. And gets the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Aiden Webb up to hit and takes that first pitch, ball 1. Right-hander against right-hander. And that one goes low, 2-0. Nick Hodges unable to find the zone in 3 consecutive pitches and a 3-0 count. Ideal count now for Aiden Webb, trying to bring up the top of the order. The pitch, and taking all the way for the strike, 3-1 the count. And Aiden Webb takes that one all the way as well, and a 5-pitch, 1-out walk for the Falcons and Aiden Webb. In the top of the order coming back up in Alaric Sierra. Derek Franken waits on the on-deck circle, providing there's no double play, but let's be real, folks, with Alaric Sierra and Aiden Webb, I don't know if many guard or combos that are going to be able to double those two up. As it's these three, you look Webb, Sierra, and then Franken. That is just a bolt of lightning coming at you in an inning of just speed. As that pitch is up high, 1-1. Webb goes, and that is fouled back, 1-2. Webb actually had a really good jump on second with that pitch, timed that one really well. One and two the count now to Alaric Sierra. This is a situation that doesn't really bother Alaric, though, too much. He's really good in these down in the count situations, the 0-2, the 1-2 counts, fouls it back. He does just that. He fouls a lot of pitches back, waits for his pitches, takes pitches, works it into a full count more times than not. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, that's perfect reason why you have this guy in your leadoff spot. Not a guy that strikes out too often. Hodges checks first, fires to Sierra, does get the strikeout on Alaric, tries to throw out at second. Aiden Webb is in there safely. As a rarity and great pitch to fool Alaric Sierra, gets him swinging on that.
The center fielder, number 21, Derek Franken.
As Derek Franken, probably the last guy you want to see with a guy in scoring position. Going to be a tough third out for Hodges as he goes up high with that one. 1-0 to start. Joe Roth awaits in the on-deck circle if Franken is able to reach. The 1-0. That one is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Good pitch from Hodges. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, says Franken. Tried to put a charge in that one. 1-2 the count now. Hodges needing one out. Needing one strike. Come set the pitch. And that one hits him, and Derek Franken goes to first on the hit by pitch, and Joe Roth now coming up with a couple guys on.
For the Falcons, to first baseman, number 13, Joe Roth.
Joe Roth in another RBI situation. Swings and misses on the first pitch, 0-1. Roth is responsible for 4 of the 6 runs plated in today's game so far. That pitch is outside, 1-1. Really staying on the ball well today has been Roth. He's been seeing it really well. He had that single in between first and second, hit a double out in the outfield, doing just a great job. Makes good contact, too. Great sound off the bat. But, again, there's Garcia making the read on it. Let me tell you, folks, he's a good center fielder out there. Plays a very, very good defensive center field. As you see, again, a lot of guys, if that ball is hit that way, if you don't make that initial read and that initial jump, that's over your head and that's bouncing either to the wall or over the wall. But again, he plays damage control out there and really controls that whole outfield, that whole center field area. Does a great job. Gets the out, and the Falcons held scoreless in the bottom of the 6th as the Lakeside Dragons' last offensive chance coming up, and they will have to do it against the returning Jake Coral. We'll be back right after this.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 7th, and the Lakeside Dragons are down to their final 3 outs of the game. Going to have to come against Jake Coral. They're going to need 3 runs to tie the game, 4 to take a lead. Coming up to play, or to bat, is Aiden DeSalvatore. You got the number 9 hitter, and then it goes back to the top. Job for DeSalvatore is reach base any way possible and turn it over to the top of your lineup. Jake Coral got the strikeout to end last inning. He needs 3 outs to get the save. That's a strike in there. Beautiful first pitch strike. 0-1 to start. And the 0-1 pitch tried to paint the corner, goes too far inside, 1-1. As it sits at 6:30, an hour and a half this game has gone, and we're already in the top of the 7th inning. As great pitching performances to start really made this game. The first 4 innings, I think we completed the first 4 innings in 35 minutes, actually. So crazy, crazy quick. But now the last 2 have taken over an hour, and that's just baseball in a nutshell. And that one is fouled back. We'll do it at 2-2. DeSalvatore playing them pretty straight up everywhere, both infield, outfield. Not really imposing any shifts or anything like that on DeSalvatore. Coral trying to get the ever-important first out of the 7th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and a second strikeout of the game for Coral. Make it back-to-back, and that is the first out here in the top of the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup, though, as Brandon Ford. As 0-1, or 1 out, I should say. Now it's 0-1. I was just a little bit behind on the call with one. Yeah, a little ahead. 0-1 the count, though, to Brandon Ford. The pitch to Ford takes all the way on that one. 1-1. The 1-1. Looks like he held up on that one. Went into a long stretch for that check. And I mean, every guy, I guess, has their different way of checking a pitch. I've never seen the extension that Ford just displayed in that check swing. Nonetheless, he held up 2-1. And that one chopped up. Coral's going to have to make a quick play. Falling down, does not make it as the leadoff hitter, Ford. Brandon Ford's speed too quick, able to reach base safely, and the Lakeside Dragons have a base runner. As the newly inserted pitcher, Nick Hodges, coming up to bat. Hodges is 1 for 3 with a single on the day. Hit came against Larry Iguli. Coral checking the runner forward at first. Comes home to Hodges. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And it looks like now the field umpire came up, had a short conversation with Coral. 0-1 the count again to Hodges with Ford at first, 1 out, and that one is fouled back in the hole, 0-2. As Coral at this point can trade runs for outs. Biggest key is just not allow multiple base runners. We saw what they were able to do in that last inning. Lakeside was able to put together some base runners and just started perfectly placing nickel and dime singles around the outfield and was able to plate 3, but a swing and a miss. Boy, oh boy, 3 strikeouts for Coral. And he's only gotten 4 outs. He's responsible for 4 outs, 3 of them by the strikeout. And he's not a guy that's up there throwing 100 or even high 90s, folks. This is just a guy, some strange arm angle, comes kind of out of that 3/4 delivery and just kind of zips pitches in there. And the way he delivers it makes it seem as if that ball is getting on you a lot quicker than it actually is. And I mean, he stands as what the Falcons would call, he's been their ace. And I mean, with the pitching of the other 3 and Lawrence, Leonard, and Roth, I mean, you legitimately have 4 guys that you can entrust in almost any game throwing out there. And I mean, that's a luxury for most coaches, pitching staffs, and teams to have. 0-2, down to their final strike. Ashton Wheelock, not a guy that's shown to go down easy. The 0-2 pitch, and that one backing Wheelock up a little bit. As Coral says, I need a little bit more room. 1-2 the count. Coral looking for the final strike of the game. Wheelock looking to extend the inning. Checking first as Coral comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. Like we said, one of the hardest outs in this lineup is in Wheelock. He's one of those guys. He can fight off pitches. Had, I believe, a 10-pitch at-bat against Leonard earlier in this game. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch, fouled away again. We'll do it again at 1-2. Gotta appreciate the fight from Wheelock, not letting up. Great at-bat for him. One and two the count again. Coral trying to get this third strike over on Wheelock. The 1-2. Swing and hit to short, fielded by Sierra, gives way to Jake Lawrence with the handoff, and that is the final out here in the game as the Falcons come away victorious, 6-3 winners over Ashtabula Lakeside and the Dragons today. What a game, what a pitching performance from Ross Leonard, and the offense came through when it most needed to after the 1-0 shutout loss last night, back swinging, and definitely gives some confidence to the Falcons going forward as they will now move to 8-1 on the year as Lakeside will drop to 4-6. And folks, the next time you can catch the Austintown Fitch Falcons, catch them Monday. They're going to be out there at Canfield in a home-and-home matchup Monday, Tuesday. So at Canfield Monday, right here at Richard L. Coppola Field Tuesday. And that is probably going to be one where all the eyes of the Valley are going to be on for that 2-game series, and it was going to be redemption after the rain out in the last game, so we'll be looking forward to that on the network. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Baseball. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who are able to bring this broadcast to you. To everyone who was not able to make it in attendance today's game. To our GM, Steve Leslie, and most importantly, to all of you that tune in and watch. I mean, your guys' support of these kids, these schools, these communities. You guys are what YSN's all about, and you really are what builds us up and continues to make us go each and every day. So we thank you. If you're watching out there by the lake, supporting these Ashtabula Lakeside Dragons from afar, or you're right here in Austintown, Ohio, supporting the Falcons, or wherever you may be in high school baseball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good day, everybody.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.